The Rock and his weight loss. Have you seen the Smashing Machine trailer so far?
I have not. I saw the cover. I know there's a ring announcer that's been, I mean, that's the reason why this thing is getting like 10 out of 10, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. This young British ring announcer is going to make a name for himself, probably getting heat with a lot of people in the business. That's my guess.
Yeah, if people don't know what Stevie's talking about, someone's put my name on the credits in Wikipedia. I don't know why, and I don't even know enough to like take it off. So
I actually believed it. You're not in the movie.
My sister did. I text my sister and say, "Look at this," and she actually thought I was in the film. I was like, "No, just a joke. Someone's playing a joke." Anyway, right. So the trailer for the Smashing Machine, he's looking huge in it. Obviously, he's got to be at least 265. He's playing. Put it this way, I thought the film, when I originally heard it and I saw the photos, I was like, oh God, it's Rock in a funny wig. He's playing somebody 30 years younger than him. It's going to be terrible and made for... Apparently, it's really good, and I'm really pleased because Mark Kerr was one of my guys back in the old UFC days. I thought he was great, and, you know, in the old Pride days especially. Based off the documentary called The Smashing Machine, and it follows, you know, his... rapid downfall from grace. He was the best fighter in the world at one point, and then he very much wasn't, you know, due to crippling addiction. Anyway, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays Mark Kerr in The Smashing Machine. It's got great reviews and all that kind of thing, but at the Venice Film Festival, he didn't look like Mark Kerr at all. One, he didn't have the wig on, and two, he has markedly lost weight. Some news sites are saying 60 pounds. And this is 60 pounds in the course of a few months.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's okay. I know he did a podcast, and we commented on it, I think, where he said that he was having heart issues. And that's why he was going to change things in his life, change things, pretty much everything. And did he allude to the fact that the heart issue was the main reason or one of the reasons that he was not at WrestleMania 41?
No, as far as I know, no. Because this interview, and you know I keep my ear to the ground, I checked the news. This one completely flew under my radar, that interview. But he did say that he was having, not heart events, but there was risks. And there's always going to be a risk of somebody that big, with that much muscle, doing whatever they're doing to keep that much muscle on.
At that age.
At that age, in your early to mid-50s. That is a heck of a strain on the heart.
Yeah, but, you know, it's hard to comment. I mean, you don't want anybody, he's a father, he's a husband, he's got a big family. You definitely don't want anybody to go too early. But when I saw Rock maintaining that size and getting even bigger and getting shredded and having like literally a 28 or 30-inch waist along with that size, you have to think there has to be an end to it. Whether you voluntarily, which thank God it looks like he did, voluntarily stop, or you're stopped for good. For good. So, and there may be a career path for this, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being another Arnold Schwarzenegger action star. And Rocky he's been a top action star for like a decade or more, right?
Yeah, I think from Fast and Furious, I think it was 5. I still haven't got that right.
Well, even G.I. Joe.
So now, yeah.
G.I. Joe and Rundown.
Doom.
Doom. Oh, everybody wants to forget about Doom.
I know, I thought I'd mention that.
But with the Rundown, where he had lost the size and he was lean, that and Journey to the Center of the Earth, there's a scene where he's walking through the bar in the beginning of the movie, and Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "Good luck." That was like
no. He doesn't say that. He goes,
what?
"Have fun." That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, everybody, have fun out there.
I really like the run. Okay, for you, it's the Rundown. For whatever reason, they renamed it for our market as Welcome to the Jungle. So That's how I know that film. Yeah. See, I'm probably one of the few people who actually quite like Walking Tall with him in it as well. But he was so slim.
No, that was a good movie. Neil McDonough is one of my favorite actors.
Who is? Johnny Knoxville?
No, Neil McDonough, the guy who played the bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, he is really good.
He's really good.
Dwayne Johnson, anyway. He lost, like, in 2001. You were seeing him working in the ring and everything. He went from, 275 he was billed as. He's probably every pound of it in, 1999, 2000. And then somewhere around 2000 to 2001, apparently he dropped down to about 220. I don't know if that's his weight when he was still wrestling, but the word on the street is that he just basically stopped eating and other things, I'm sure, as well, and completely changed his training regime as well. But he dropped significant weight back then because his management at the time said, in between the Scorpion King and then whatever the next film that there was, it's like, dude, if you're this size, you're going to be very limited in the roles that you're going to be offered. And he was trying to, make the best of a Hollywood career, leave WWE. Well, that's his own story when he left WWE, and they didn't renew his contract in 2005. Heavens to Murgatroyd. That's a Johnny Ace thing.
Sorry, Rock, we got to let you go. You just, you're always welcome back.
What about today? No, not today.
I got to go look at a Victoria's Secret catalog now.
So anyway, he lost a huge amount of weight back then. Is it just dangerous to lose that much weight? I mean, it's different when you're in your 30s to your 50s, though.
Any weight gain or weight loss to that degree is very, very dangerous. The weight gain, obviously, with the musculature means, you can tear ligaments, tear muscles, tear tendons, and of course, the joint impact. What's he feeling like with 60 or more extra pounds on him, taking bumps in a ring in his 50s? Now, the weight loss, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of diet he was on. Did he cut out meat? Is he a vegan now? Is he on some kind of different regimen?
Ozempic.
I don't know.
Get on the Ozempic.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I thought too. When you're that big with a 28-inch waist, now before it used to be things like Winstrol and other things that would lean you out as you're big. Was there Ozempic involved with the weight loss as you have? Now you have two different things potentially or allegedly, in this case, putting strain on your heart. Very, very dangerous. Not to mention, like I said, you're working, adrenaline's built up. You're working not very often, by the way, getting in the ring, working 10, 15, 20-minute matches. You don't think you're going to have a heart attack just from that. There's a lot of danger involved.
What did you make of his appearance then? So this is the first time I guess he's been out in public in quite a while, doing photo shoots and whatnot. Were you taken aback? Do you think he looked good? Did you? I thought he looked a bit old. Actually, I thought he was looking his age a lot more.
Well, you're obviously go from that big down, stretch marks, wrinkles, your face thins out. I know that from the spine infection. I can't get weight back on my face or body from it. But then again, here's the thing in wrestling. You've heard me say this before. Healthy is sick. So people think he looks sick because he's not a monster, but I thought he looked lean. For all we know, when he takes a shirt off, his arms, shoulders, chest, he's just lean, but he's more shredded than he's ever been. Who knows? My hope and my prayer, though, is that he is healthy. Whatever heart issue or risk that he spoke about can be managed with the weight loss. And this is a business decision, too. I believe Rock wants to open himself up for more serious roles. Maybe, and listen to this, James, maybe the most serious role he will ever play in 2028 or 2032. I think Rock's going to run for president.
That's been suggested many times over the years that he would. I mean, people were suggesting that back in 2000 when he appeared at the Republican National Convention, I think, even though it was meant to be bipartisan. Can you believe that? I'm sure The Rock was there bipartisan, but, WWF at the time, they were when they were.
Well, he did put on a match between Trump and Hillary. That was Ace Steele as Trump.
It was indeed. Yeah. Who was Rosie O'Donnell, if that was still the same one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, though.
Yes.
I follow everything. I try to follow everything. There's nobody lined up for 2028. So Rock would be smart to maybe do that. And if he had the size, guess what people would say? He's President Camacho from Idiocracy. So now he looks more like a politician.
Right, I've got one more thing to add, actually. After this, do you think he's done with wrestling, physically wrestling in the ring? Because it seemed like he was going to be involved with 41, with Roman Reigns at one point. Then that went out the window quite early, apparently in the creative. But then I think maybe people might have suggested he might have been at WrestleMania next year, and now if he's lost this much weight, is he going to be in trunks in front of all those people? Is his heart not where it needs to be? Do you think he's done?
I hope so. I don't know. I can never answer that because never say never. And he is on the board at TKO, so he's involved with WWE. But man, I personally, selfishly, be done with it, Rock. I mean, you had a great run. That WrestleMania 40 thing, it started off kind of touch and go with the whisper in Cody's ear and taking the world title shot, but it turned into some interesting TV leading up to that. And that last 15 minutes of WrestleMania 40, if you're going to be remembered for anything, that was probably the best finish to any WrestleMania that I've ever watched.
One more thing per Deadline's reporting. This is from Empire. Mouth-wateringly pitched as a sort of Hawaiian something come something because that was in red lettering and my colour ink has run out, so I don't know what it says. Charts the hitherto untold story of a merciless crime boss as he battles for control of Hawaii's criminal underworld against rival syndicates and corporations throughout the 60s and 70s. Now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is attached to this. Emily Blunt is attached to this. Leonardo DiCaprio is attached to this. And Martin Scorsese is pegged to direct it. Now, you were saying he wants to be taken more seriously. He definitely did with The Smashing Machine. Obviously, he can't lose weight because he's Mark Kerr. And Mark Kerr is, or was at the time, enormous. But do you think this is a second phase of wanting to be taken seriously as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you look at everybody that's around him with this movie, how can it not be taken seriously? This is obviously going to be a serious, dramatic movie, and you have stars in it that have signed on. You have a director like Martin Scorsese. I mean, The Rock is a big name, but still, this is really raising his level up as far as movies. This is something like being in, De Niro and Joe Pesci were always in the Scorsese movies. So they were taken seriously. Rock after this, and maybe this film, is this film going to be out before 2028? I don't think so. I know the Smashing Machine will be.
Oh, yeah, that's out in October. This, I guess it would be out 2027 latest, I suppose. Maybe 2026. If they're filming now or filming soon, it's generally like a year turnover, maybe 18 months.
I would dare to say that if he stopped making movies or at the end of 2025, 26, he stops, that would be an indication that and obviously he has to have an exploratory committee to run. He has people talking. He has to start making the talk show circuits where people say, you should run. Because him being a reluctant candidate would go further than him volunteering it. And obviously the Oprah thing is going to come up with the Hawaii stuff and the fundraising and things are going to come out. So with him lowering his muscle size and everything, I think he's trying to take one of the bullets out of the chamber that people can say about him.